These clouds look super weird to me. Like they seriously look like a painting. Like blotches. And then it slowly turns into kind of more regular clouds. And the sunset. All right. I don't think I want to talk about too much today. I'm super embarrassed. I think my neighbor is right next to me, but I got to get better at speaking in public. Anyway, what did I want to talk about today? I feel like slightly sick, but all of a sudden I have a little more energy. Like an hour ago, I was like passed out, did not really want to do much. I think something that I have not cemented in my brain is starting something really is the hardest part. I really did not want to make this video, but it really is simple. And yeah, the hardest part is starting most of the time. I don't know, I meant to plan this out a little bit more, but I kind of don't feel great, so I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna do it instead of thinking about it, which is honestly what my motto needs to be for everything right now in life, is just do it. I just got hired for 2 days of work. In the next couple of days, I should make $500, $250 each day. And then hopefully there's another lady on the 19th that I'm gonna be working for. That one is not 100% confirmed, but if it is, that should be an overnight shoot where I'll make $300. So like my goal at the start of the year was to make about $2,000 a month. And if I get these next 3 days of work, I'll be around that ballpark, which feels really nice. And then I'm finally starting to meet people. I saw a post that said, always remember to think about the greatest possible outcome, not just the worst. And I think that's something that I could really use, because I just let my mind get so negative. I am trying though. I don't know, I have to organize my thoughts a little better for moving on, because there definitely is a lot of things that I want to talk about. I'm also hoping I can kind of like build a sort of digital community, even if it takes a while, because like right now I know a video like this isn't gonna do anything on YouTube, but that's not really why I'm doing it. I really it's never been like my dream to be a YouTuber. I really want to be a filmmaker. I want to direct great films. That's something that I'm really struggling with, is just getting past the fact that I don't know what to write, and so I'm not writing at all. I do have a couple stories that I really like. I'll talk about that. I want to come up with short films. I really want my next short film to be like a 5-page script, probably a comedy that's just really short, and I want to just execute it as well as I can with a crew that I hire. I'll probably end up just funding it myself. And that's really the most important thing, but I think I lose sight of that very easily, because making those films is not gonna make me any money right now, but it is how I'm going to be a filmmaker. If I don't make the film, then I'll never make the film. So I have a script where like in Amsterdam, like mushrooms are basically legal. And I thought it would be funny to, sometimes it's hard for me to not to think literally when I'm writing scripts. Like I don't usually, when I think of a script, I don't think, what if it was our world, but instead this thing is completely different, or in this world you can breathe underwater. Like I'm only able to think of things that are based in our reality. But I thought, what if instead of, I live in Arizona, so what if instead of Amsterdam being where you can like buy mushrooms and weed and it's totally legal, what if Phoenix was just a city randomly in the United States where like mushrooms were as easy to buy as weed, and these two like British guys were traveling across the United States and realized that in Amsterdam they could, or in Phoenix they could take mushrooms while they're stopping by in the city. I think that could be really funny, and I have some ideas for like how we could use like wide angle lenses and different little tricks to kind of emulate what mushrooms are really like in a visual way. But I don't know what the point of that story would be. So another idea my mom gave me is like, what about, I probably couldn't make this right now, but I still think it'd be a perfectly good exercise in storytelling and screenwriting, which would be, what if like two Imperial officers on a Star Destroyer from Star Wars like hooked up while working for the Empire? I don't know if I should know this because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but something tells me the Empire does not give a fuck about its people having children, especially if they're in the military. So I was like, my mom thought it'd be interesting, like, oh, what if someone like got pregnant while working on the Death Star or something and had to like figure out a way to get the fuck off the Death Star so that like their kid is safe. And that seems like a very human story that could totally take place inside like an Imperial Star Destroyer or something. Another one that my jiu-jitsu instructor helped me come up with today, it was basically like the solar flare story, where what if a solar flare went off and took out all of our phones and ability to use our devices. And I was like, what if it was like someone who was addicted to their phone and then all of a sudden like all the more modern digital technology stops working, like maybe Wi-Fi just goes out permanently, but the phone landline that this person still has in their house still works actually, and they're so desperate for some sort of digital connection because they've made none in the real world because they've been so connected to their phone that they start like calling random numbers on this like landline phone. I also don't know what the point of that one could be. Probably something like, I feel like that film could be used to just show that going outside of your comfort zone, even if it is just talking with random strangers. I'm sure I struggle with that. I mean, calling people on the phone is not necessarily an easy thing. So something about like finding connections in ways where you just have to be a little brave to find it, and realizing that it's not as impossible as it seems. I wrote another one that I had another idea that I haven't thought about too much. It's, what about someone, I feel like I could be much more successful if like I really was just like slightly consistent every day. I don't think the things that I want to do are actually as hard as I think they are. I think I just build it up in my head. And so most of the time I don't work towards the things that truly I feel are important to me in my life right now. Learning Japanese, filmmaking, script writing. I'm just a lost 22-year-old, honestly. I'm sure a lot of other people are feeling this way too, but the point is, I thought, wouldn't it be interesting if someone who always thought they'd have more time pursuing their dreams, like if they had a guardian angel who basically took away their ability to pursue that dream because they've waited so long to even really start and give it a God's honest effort, which is what I feel like I'm doing. I don't feel like I'm putting effort into what I want to do out of fear and laziness. But I bet if someone was like, if all of a sudden I wasn't able to be a filmmaker, I think that would be heartbreaking. Or maybe it could even be a person who gets in an accident or something and isn't able to pursue their dream. I just thought it'd be interesting if like a guardian angel, maybe even like now that I'm talking about it, like maybe the guardian angel sees that the dream that this person thinks they want to pursue isn't actually their dream. And so in taking that ability for the person to pursue that dream, the person gets their shit together and pursues something else because they realize if they don't, like it can go away. And then maybe through following that path, they realize that this new direction they've taken since they lost the ability to pursue what they originally thought they wanted to do, ends up being what their dream is actually, in an unexpected way that they never would have realized. Because like if they had pursued their dream in the first place, they probably would have realized relatively quickly that it's not actually what they were passionate about. But because the ability to try was taken away from them, they kind of get their shit together and pursue the next best thing as best as they possibly can. I just saw a clip from Fight Club that I don't remember watching when I saw the movie, where Brad Pitt's character is like, puts a gun to this guy's head and says, you know, if you are not on your way to becoming a veterinarian, which is what the guy really wanted to do, in 6 months or 6 weeks, I will kill you. Can you imagine if someone said that to you? Like, I will murder you if you don't follow your dream right now. Like, very interesting. I don't know if I have any other script ideas. I need to just do it. There's so many things where I feel like if I just did it for 5 minutes at least every day, committed to trying to shoot a video 5 minutes every day, committed to writing at least 5 minutes every day, committed to studying Japanese 5 minutes every day, and just really tried to give myself systems that would work. I don't know. It's all so complicated. I know this is just a babble, but I think the start of this series will be, as I keep consistent with it, I think it'll be a very great learning process for me to realize that the things that I want to do are doable, and that if I just do them, they will happen. I feel like the whole time, like growing up, I've been convinced that everyone was just kind of on their game, knew what the fuck they wanted to do and how to do it, had a direct path forward to doing it. What I feel like I'm realizing is that like most people don't have the ability to try. They don't have the ability to be kind. They don't have the ability to show up on time, if not early. They don't work hard, even when they're getting paid to work hard. And I'm realizing that's just kind of a result of how chaotic life is. But I really don't want to fall into that kind of pitfall that most other people on this earth will fall into, which is never doing what they want to do. I have everything I need to do what I want to do, and I have so much anxiety and fear, and I get in my head so much, and I'm not able to reinforce my thoughts with more positive ideas and affirmations, that it paralyzes me. It's so paralyzing. But I recognize that, and I think, if nothing else, knowing and feeling this way at the age I am, I'm 22 years old, gives me hope. And I think in a lot of the basic ways and things that people struggle with, showing up early, being a decent human being, working hard, especially when you're being paid, I kind of have those down. And it's been very surprising to me to find out a lot of other people don't have that. So I truly, in my heart of hearts, know everything will be okay. And I'm very lucky and privileged to feel that way. However, I know I'm capable of so much. And I know I talked about this yesterday, but I don't know. It's good that I made this second video. I feel I didn't want to do it. I totally didn't want to do it. But maybe it's kind of therapeutic almost. Like I'm just standing in my backyard, kind of watching. Today's sunset wasn't as good, but I'll try and. There she is. Give you a little glimpse. But yeah, honestly, I think that's all I got for today. I think I will leave it there. Today was kind of a word vomit, but that is okay. The point of this is really not about content, it's about doing it, and just the more I do it, the easier it will be for me to make more interesting, complicated things. And I think having a track record of videos that I have made will inspire me to do more creative, interesting things. And I also really want to figure out how to kind of just do basic color correction and make my videos just look better with after I apply Rec 709, because right now they look weird. Like the video I uploaded yesterday, it was a lot less saturated and brighter than what it looks like in my Premiere Pro. I tried like adjusting my monitor settings. I don't know if I have the best monitor for color grading, but if I learn those vector scopes, it won't matter as much. So that's what I want to do next. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow.